Welcome back to AFT Dice League Season 13. It is round 8. Match of the round for round 8 is first versus second. Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn at Adelaide Oval. All right, so let's get stuck into the first game for round 8. It is Richmond versus Gold Coast. Let's go to the first quarter. The first quarter's completed, and Richmond have kicked 4 goals, 6:30 to Gold Coast, 1-6-12. So it's 18 points of difference Richmond's way. Second quarter, and Richmond have kicked 5 goals, 5:35 to Gold Coast, 1-5-11. And at halftime, it is Richmond by 42 points. All right, Richmond 13th. Gold Coast 10th. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, it was Gold Coast kicking 3 goals, 4-22 to Richmond, 2-2-14. So it is 34 points the difference. Let's go to the final quarter. The final siren has gone, and Richmond have won by 50 points against Gold Coast Suns. Richmond kicking 16 goals, 16-1-12. To Gold Coast, 7-20-62. All right, let's go to the match of the round. It's Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn at Adelaide Oval. Let's go to the first quarter. The first quarter's completed, and Port Adelaide have kicked 2 goals, 2-14 to Hawthorn, 1-8. So it's 6 points the difference Port Adelaide's way, the home team's way. Hawthorn, I've got a better percentage than Port Adelaide. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 1-19 to Port Adelaide, 1-8. So at halftime, it is 5 points of difference. Very defensive game, this one. Hawthorn halftime, 27 to Port Adelaide, 22. All right, let's go to the third quarter of this match. Third quarter has completed, and Hawthorn have kicked 3 goals, 3-21 to Port Adelaide, 1-6-12. So it is 14 points the difference to Hawthorn at 3-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter to see who will win. And the final siren has gone, and Hawthorn have beaten Port Adelaide on the road. So Hawthorn have got a 4-win, 0-loss on the road. So their final score, 12-10-82 to Port Adelaide, 9-13-67. So that puts Hawthorn on top of the ladder with a 8% difference in the percentage. All right. Let's go to the third game. It's Essendon versus North Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. In the first quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 1-37 to Essendon, 5 goals, 3-33. All right, let's go to the second quarter of this match. And it is 3 goals, 4-22 to Essendon, 2 goals, 6-18. So it's 8 points the difference at halftime. North Melbourne's way, 59-51. 3-quarter time siren has gone, and North Melbourne have kicked 5 goals, 1-31 to Essendon, 2 goals, 5-17. So it's North Melbourne by 22 points. It's 9th North Melbourne, 16th Essendon. All right, let's go to the final quarter. And the final siren has gone, and North Melbourne have won by 23 points. North Melbourne final scores 18-9, 117 to Essendon, 13-16, 94. All right, let's go to the fourth game of the round. Brisbane versus West Coast at the Gabba. Let's go to the first quarter. In the first quarter, Brisbane have kicked 6 goals, 4-40 to West Coast, 1-4-10. So after quarter time, it is Brisbane by 5 goals. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, it has been the opposite. West Coast in the second quarter have kicked back and kicked 6 goals, 6-42 to Brisbane, 1 goal, 1-7. So at half time, it's West Coast by 5 points, 52-47. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, Brisbane have kicked 4 goals, 1-25 to West Coast, 5-1-31. Could we be seeing an upset at the Gabba? Let's go to the last quarter. It is 11 points of difference, last quarter. And the final siren has gone, and an absolute thriller in the last quarter. Brisbane have won by 1 point. They kick 6 goals, 3-39 to West Coast, 4-3-27. So Brisbane 17 goals, 111 to West Coast, 16-14, 110. Wow. What a game. All right, let's go to the fifth game of the round. It's St Kilda versus Sydney. It's Marvel Stadium, first quarter. And St Kilda have kicked 5 goals, 131 to Sydney, 1 goal, 1-7. 24 points, the difference. St Kilda's way. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, St Kilda have kicked 4 goals, 529 to Sydney, 1-4-10. And at half time, it is St Kilda by 43 points. Sydney, 17 points to 60. St Kilda. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, St Kilda have kicked 5 goals, 333 to Sydney, 6 goals, 6-42. That's 34 points the difference going into the last quarter. And the final siren has gone, and St Kilda have won by 41 points. St Kilda 17-13, 115 to Sydney, 10-14, 74. So that puts St Kilda with their second win on for the season, and they're 16th on the ladder. Sydney are 5th, so they got their third loss of the season. Let's go to the next game. It is Geelong versus Collingwood at GMHBA Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. In the first quarter, Geelong have kicked 2 goals, 5-17 to Collingwood, 1-8. Second quarter, Collingwood kicking 1-6-12 to Geelong, 1-8. So it's 5 points the difference at halftime to Geelong. Very defensive game, like the match of the round. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, Collingwood have kicked 6 goals, 440 to Geelong, 2-5-17. And so it's opened up. Collingwood are 18 points up, 60-42. That's last quarter. And the final siren has gone, and Collingwood down at GMHBA Stadium in a thriller. Another 1 point win for a team in round 8. Collingwood getting the victory by 1 point. Final scores 9-13, 67 to Geelong, 8-18, 66. All right. So that puts Collingwood off the bottom of the ladder, and Essendon are on the bottom. All right, let's go to the seventh game of the round. It's GWS Giants versus Melbourne at Giants Stadium. Let's go this first quarter. And the Giants have kicked 4 goals, 5-29 to Melbourne, 1-3-9. That's 20 points the difference. Second quarter. And Melbourne have kicked back. They've kicked 6 goals, 1-37 to GWS Giants, 1-6-12. So it's 5 points the difference at halftime. Melbourne's way, 46-41, third quarter. And the Giants have kicked 4 goals, 6 in that third quarter to 1 goal, 5. And now it is Giants by 14 points going into the last quarter, final quarter. And the final siren has gone, and GWS Giants have won by 18 points. The Giants 13-18, 96. to Melbourne, 11-12-78. All right. That makes GWS Giants in 14th place and Melbourne are down in 13th. So Melbourne have lost 4 in a row since they were on top of the ladder early on in the season. All right, the 8th game of the round, it's Carlton versus Fremantle at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. In the first quarter, Carlton have kicked 4 goals, 6:30 to the Fremantle Dockers, 1 goal, 1-7. Second quarter, and Fremantle at halftime are 2 points up. They kicked 5 goals, 3 in the second quarter to Carlton, 1-8. So it's Fremantle 40, Carlton 38. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, Carlton have kicked 5 goals, 4:34 to Fremantle, 2-5-17. And it's 15 points the difference Carlton's way. Fremantle on the road. Let's go to the last quarter. Is it going to be another thriller? Final quarter started. And the final siren has gone, and Carlton have won by 11 points. Carlton final score 12-15-87 to Fremantle 11-10-76. All right. Last game of the round for round 8 is Western Bulldogs versus Adelaide Crows at Marvel Stadium. We've got the Bulldogs in 13th place, Adelaide in 7th. Let's go to the first quarter. In the first quarter, Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 3:33 to Western Bulldogs, 2-4-16. So the Bulldogs are 17 points down. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, Adelaide have kicked 6 goals, 3:39 to the Bulldogs, 1-8. So it's now 48 points at half time. Adelaide's way, 72. Western Bulldogs, 24. Third quarter. In the third quarter, Western Bulldogs, after half time, have kicked 5 goals, 3:33 to Adelaide, 2-14. And it's still 29 points of difference to Adelaide Crows. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter of the round. And the siren has gone, and Adelaide have won by 17 points. They kicked 3 goals, 4-22 to the Bulldogs, 5-4-34. So the Bulldogs have kicked 10 goals, 7 to 5 goals, 6 in that second half. So Adelaide final score 16-12, 108 to Western Bulldogs, 13-13, 91. All right, that concludes round 8 for season 13. We've got Hawthorn on top of the ladder beating Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. And then we've got Brisbane in 3rd, Adelaide in 4th. And then the remaining 4 teams in the 8 are Geelong, Sydney, North Melbourne, and West Coast Eagles. So, and then we've got Essendon on the bottom of the ladder with only 1 win. They've had 6 losses in a row. So the informed teams at the moment are Hawthorn, Adelaide at the moment, with Brisbane and Carlton with 3 wins. The match of the round for round 9 is Brisbane in 3rd, North Melbourne in 7th at the Gabba. So that's going to be an exciting game for round 9. This is AFT Dice League Season 13. We'll see you next time for round 9 on the 2nd of August, 2026.